Before the COVID, there were lakhs of astrologers who predicted about crores of people about that things, many things like you'll get married, you'll have a job, you'll go abroad and all that. What happened? In one stroke, everything vanished. So that is why I don't talk about the future. To me, astrology means finding about your potentialities, maximizing your potentialities, finding about the drawbacks and the hurdles in life, convert those hurdles to stepping stones, as I told you. That should be the astrology as per me. Saturn sitting in the 5th house will create negativity in you. Saturn sitting in the 6th house will create depressive thoughts. Saturn sitting in the 7th house, marriage house, will create loneliness in marriage. Saturn sitting in the Bhagya house create block your path. Saturn sitting in the your workplace, for example, 10th house, will give you multitasking ability. Saturn sitting in the 11th house will give you money, jewelry, vehicles, etc.
Hello viewers, welcome to White Lotus Spirituality, Santosh Sharmaa channel. I am Sharmaa and I will be representing you all in our upcoming sessions on Rudraksha, astrology and gemstone. So continue to like, comment and subscribe, and do not miss out to post your questions on the comment sections below. We have compiled all your questions and we are going to have a Q&A session with our ex-wing commander Dr. Santosh Sharmaa, who is a 3rd generation Vedic astrologer. He stands distinguished among the contemporary astrologers. Now, you might ask me, what makes me say that he is so different? Well, unlike the conventional methods of present era, his theories are grounded based on physics, metaphysics, logic and the dynamics of energy fields and their influence on the human body and mind. Here he utilizes astrology to identify the energy imbalances in the body and mind, acting as a guiding force that reveals the intricate connection between the cosmic energy and the personal well-being. What truly sets him apart is the wealth of knowledge that he has over astrology and the relatable examples that he gives to people who are seeking clarity. His astrological session goes somewhere in this way, wherein he will never ask for the problem. He just takes the details, he makes the kundli, he gets the blueprint of the person, and then he starts telling what exactly the person is going through. And then the person tells that, yeah, this is exactly what's happening in my life. And then when you get to know the problem, that's the time when he starts with the solutions and how you can take charge of it and then just make your life much more smoother and much more calmer and much more peacefuler. So let's hear from our profound astrologer, Dr. Santosh Sharmaa.
Namaskar, you all know me. I am Commander Santosh Sharmaa. With me today is my wife, Sharmaa. She has joined us recently to propagate this knowledge of astrology, Rudraksha and gemstones, basically to help you all. She worked in JP Morgan's American Bank for about 18 years and she quit her job as a vice president to join us. So first of all, welcome to our organization. And the responsibility which she has taken basically is to compile all the questions which you keep asking me in the YouTube channel, and because of the paucity of time, many times I miss out the questions. So as she told you that she will represent all of you. So she's coming up with the first question for today. What is your first question?
Yes, so as we are starting the series from today, let's start with fundamentals. Let's know what is astrology. Is it a means to know about our future? I do receive many phone calls wherein we get to listen that I want to talk to Santosh Sharmaa ji because I want to know about what is going to happen with me tomorrow.
Okay, so basically you are saying that people call and ask about the future. Whether astrology can be a tool to talk about the future, basically talk about the predictions, right? So let me answer this question to you in detail. Generally, astrology means people think about predictions. People think about the future. But I understand in a different way. I always say that future per se does not exist. It is the present that is the only truth. Past is always gone. Future is unknown, somewhere sitting there. but the present in which state we all are because of our past karmas and because of our past deeds, the way the life is treating us, that is because of the past karmas. So present is the only truth. The idea should be to understand the present situation, like the problem which you are facing, the things that are happening in your life, or things are going well in your life, but then you want to maximize your potentialities, become a better human being. Or maybe you want more promotions, maybe you want more money, maybe you want more love and peace and tranquility in life. So which are the hurdles? What is holding you back? In astrology, we find out the roadblocks, the blockages, the hurdles, and we take remedial measures to convert all these negative obstacles to positive. Like a blocking stone can become a stepping stone. That is the idea in astrology. People basically think about the future predictions and all that. I don't believe in talking about the future predictions, because if that was so true, then recently we had the COVID. Before the COVID, there were lakhs of astrologers who predicted about crores of people about that things, many things, like you'll get married, you'll have a job, you'll go abroad and all that. What happened? In one stroke, everything vanished. So that is why I don't talk about the future. To me, astrology means finding about your potentialities, maximizing your potentialities, finding about the drawbacks and the hurdles in life, convert those hurdles to stepping stones, as I told you. That should be the astrology as per me. Now, when you talk about astrology, what was the second question?
How does it work?
How does it work? The functioning or the system which you follow in astrology is to make a kundali. Kundali means basically a chart which you make. It is called kundali because kundali is a Sanskrit word. Kundali means like in a compressed form, like the snake is sitting in a compressed form. Means what? The snake has the potential to rise up. Similarly, you have a lot of potentiality in you which is in a dormant stage. To understand your dormant potentialities and make you aware by analyzing the chart or the kundali is the purpose of astrology. And how does it work? Means we understand the energy and we convert the negative to positive energy, or the balancing out certain energies. That is how it functions. So understanding about the drawbacks, lacunas, identifying the positive aspects of things, and using certain gemstones, Rudraksha, etc., and some energy balancing methods, we use the astrology. That is how it functions.
Great. Now we understand that astrology is actually a tool to understand about our bottlenecks, what we have, the problems and how we can resolve it, and not to have a fatalistic approach. My second question would be, now can you also explain how does the positioning of planets affect our lives?
You want to know how does the positioning of planet affect our life? You see, there are 12 houses in the chart. Okay. Depending on where the graha is sitting, it will start influencing you. For example, we can take two examples. For example, Saturn. Saturn, if it is sitting in the Lagna house, in the first house, it will create melancholy.
Okay.
Saturn sitting in the fifth house will create negativity in you. Saturn sitting in the sixth house will create depressive thoughts. Saturn sitting in the seventh house, marriage house, will create loneliness in marriage. Saturn sitting in the Bhagya house create block your path. Saturn sitting in your workplace, for example, 10th house, will give you multitasking ability. Saturn sitting in the 11th house will give you money, jewelry, vehicles, etc.
Wow, so it's the same Saturn, which
it is
can
not
create
only the location,
effects.
the position, and the which house with whom it is sitting, then his behavior pattern will change. For example, the Saturn sits with Sun, or Saturn looks at the Sun, then the person will become very egoistic. He is not able to take any kind of domination. He is totally rigid. He is not flexible. Saturn sits with the moon to make you melancholic and sad. Second example, you can take another graha, that is Mars, for example. Mars, if it sits in the 12th house, looks at the marriage house, will delay the marriage. or the marriage takes place, it will create friction in the marriage. Same Mars sits to the workplace, will give you organizing capability, leadership quality, bravery, entrepreneurial skills, etc. Mars sitting in the Lagna house, looking at the marriage house, can make you aggressive, it can make you an angry person. So, depending on where it is sitting, with whom it is sitting, who is looking at the graha, there are many permutations and combinations which take place. So, asking a question that how the grahas influence in different houses, the positioning about, this question is very simple, but the answer is so big that you can write a book, and videos like this it may take 10 hours, 20 hours. We don't know how much time it will take.
So viewers, we had a fantastic session with our very own Santosh Sharma ji, wherein we learned two things. What is astrology? It is not a tool for future prediction. In fact, it's a tool wherein we can take charge of our life and make it much better. The second thing what we learned is the positioning of grahas, how it can have such big impact on our individual lives. Secondly, we also learned how grahas behave differently in different houses.
So thank you very much for watching. Keep watching and keep subscribing. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Namaskar.